Hey everyone, today I will be counting down my top 7 coasters at Walt Disney World. Walt Disney World is right now the place that everyone wants to get a vacation on. They are known for making some of the best, it's like some of the best rides ever, best themings, and just, Disney's incredible. Now, as we'll let you guys know, there are no like insane like thrilling coasters on here. All of them are for the families. I've ridden every coaster in Walt Disney World, so I've been going to Disney for like loads of years, ever since I was a baby. So this is like park that I've been going to since like growing up. It's a very great place. I recommend Walt Disney World. But what parks or what coasters are the best in my opinion? Let's get started. Number 7 is Barnstormer, and this is just a little kid's coaster. However, this does hold a soft spot in my heart. This was actually the first roller coaster I ever rode back in 2004 when I was like 2. However, I still hate this ride. I hate it. It's bumpy, rough, jerky as can be. Yeah. But however, I would always ride this again anytime because this was the first coaster I ever did. So I hope Disney never removes this. So okay, number 6 is Primeval World, and this one's unfortunate. This ride sucks. It is rough. It is so painful. It's so jerky. This ride gives me a headache. I do not like this ride. And why does this even in Disney? Why? It does not fit with Disney at all. It's so sketchy. It's just so outdated. Why is this even in Disney? Come on. Get your facts straight. I mean, it kind of looks nice, but it's just... Oh, I hate this ride. It is one of the worst roller coasters I've ever ridden. Okay, let's move on to number 5, and this is the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. And I only done this ride once. I did it in 2014, and the last time I was actually at Magic Kingdom was for riding this. This is an okay coaster. Again, I haven't ridden this since 2014. I haven't ridden many of these coasters in a little bit, except for Rock and Roller Coaster. I rode that last year. However, this is an okay roller coaster. It's not very intense at all. I mean, it is a family coaster after all. But I remember it being pretty smooth overall. I don't really remember there being a rattle or nothing. However, it's just an okay ride. The theming this is probably my favorite theming in all of Disney World when it comes to roller coasters. There's Pandora, which it's an Animal Kingdom, which I've seen it on YouTube. That thing looks insane. I think I'm planning to go there around late 2017. But this ride though, from what I remember, this has my favorite theming as of right now. This is a enjoyable ride. And number 4 is this is the first ever major roller coaster I did. The first ever big coaster I rode in my life. And that's Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. This ride, I've been riding this thing for ages. It is a decent roller coaster. I still like it. I mean, I've been riding this since I was like 3, and I'm a much bigger guy now, and I've been riding more thrilling coasters. However, this I still enjoy. I still enjoy this coaster to this day. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is a fun roller coaster. Not very intense, not very fast, not very tall, but it's enjoyable. I don't even remember it being that rough at all, surprisingly. This ride's a classic. It's been out since 1980. It is a true classic. There's so many fans who've ridden this. This is a fun roller coaster. I really admire this ride. Now the top 3. Number 3 is Space Mountain. This is Alpha and Omega. I'd say it counts as 2 credits. However, this is a fun ride. Again, I haven't ridden this since 2014. Same with Thunder Mountain. However, this ride it's fun. I mean, I don't love this coaster. It's not perfect. I mean, yes, it's kind of rough. I mean, I understand it's old. This is the oldest coaster in Florida. And not the oldest coaster I've ridden. But I understand it is old. But it is kind of rough, though. But it's definitely bearable. It's not unbearable. I can totally handle its roughness. I think the roughness kind of adds to the ride. This ride actually can feel out of control at spots. That's why I love Space Mountain. Because you feel like you're going so fast, even though you're only going 28 miles per hour. it feels crazy, but this is a fun roller coaster. Definitely, this has also been a ride that I've been riding for many, many years. This is a true classic, and still packs a punch to this day. Thank you, Disney, for keeping this ride. Number 2. Now we're getting to the coasters that I love at Walt Disney World. And number 2 is, and the next 2 I love. They're the top 2 at, say, Disney. These are what make Disney worth, in my opinion. Number 2 is Rock and Roller Coaster. I love Rock and Roller Coaster. This thing is great. This has a lot. This launch. This is surprisingly. This has my favorite launch ever on a roller coaster. It's just, I love how it counts you down and then you just go you go plummeting into the dark, or you just go launching into darkness. It's awesome. It's just, you've got rock music playing. It is so fun. It just, the inversions are really good. That first inversion is extremely tense, no matter where you're sitting. However, there is one spot where if you sit there, it's not that pleasant, and that is the back row. I do not like the back row. No, just no thank you. I don't like the back row. The back row, it is very rough in the back. It bangs your head all over the place in the back. It can be quite painful. However, in any other row, though, all the other rows are very fun. My favorite spot is definitely the front row in this. Normally my favorite spot is the back on roller coasters, but for this one it's the front. I love that launch in the front. It is just, this ride is just so much fun. I can do this ride pretty much. This is personally my favorite ride at Hollywood Studios, and that is for a reason. This ride is it's a lot of fun. I mean, I know it, like, looking at the, it actually is sluggish, but you feel fast. That's what I like about indoor coasters, that it's not really fast at all, but it feels like you're going fast. And my number 1 roller coaster at Walt Disney World is pretty obvious. This is Expedition Everest. And this is another roller coaster I've been riding for loads of years. I've been riding this thing since it opened in 2006. I've been riding Rock and Roller Coaster for many years too, but this I've been riding longer. This is a great family coaster. I love me some Expedition Everest. And as many people know, that there's a Yeti inside, like the big animatronic Yeti, that doesn't work anymore. Yeah, I will say that does suck. That doesn't work anymore. But however, I did ride Everest when the Yeti was working, and I remember doing it when the Yeti was working. That thing was aggressive as can be. That's like one of my favorite coaster moments of all time. There's also that drop out of the mountain is crazy good. Holy crap, that drop is so much fun, especially in the back. That drop is insane in the back. I'm not kidding. Also, that going backwards, that's probably my favorite part of the ride. It's going backwards. That thing, it's pretty intense if you're in the back row when you're going backwards. You can pull some very good G's at that point. And also, it feels like you're going upside down when you're going backwards. However, we actually are not going upside down, but I know the whole layout for this ride, but I'm not going to say it so no one gets spoiled, so everyone can keep true magic. However, this ride is, yeah. Also, this thing, it looks humongous for when you're in the parks. It looks huge. But it's really, the mountain's 200 feet tall. The actual coaster is only 112 feet. But it looks gargantuan, like when you see it in person. This thing is a work of art. And it's currently now the most expensive roller coaster to ever be built. And that is definitely for a reason. There's just so many things I love about Expedition Everest. Is it exactly a perfect coaster? No. But is it one of the best family coasters out there? Definitely. That is it for this Disney countdown. What are your favorite coasters at Walt Disney World? I want to know. Comment down. Don't forget to subscribe. See you guys next time. Peace out.